Hey everybody, this is Sean. Thank you so much for your support. If you would do me a huge favor, if you like this video and you like this channel, please go to the thumbs up button and hit it. That really helps. Also, making comments, suggestions, even criticisms also help on the channel. I always look forward to your support and I always look forward to reading all the comments. I go through every single comment. Thank you everyone for your support. So in today's video, I want to go over my current setup for my bike, and this is a police bicycle. First and foremost, I don't know if any of you remember, but about 2 weeks ago, I purchased this bike. This is a giant Talon 2. The reason why I purchased this bicycle is because our local U.S. Border Patrol sector has selected this particular bicycle as their bicycle of choice for their bicycle patrol division, which I believe is full-time. It's been pressure tested, stress tested under different conditions, under different patrol-like conditions, and it's survived over the test of time. I'm not saying that this is the best bike out there. There are tons of other best bikes out there, but for my budget, which was in the, I want to say under $1,000, right? This just fit my budget. It was $750. Can you buy better bikes? I'm sure that there's better bikes out there. I'm sure that the best bike out there isn't a giant Talon 2, but for what I do, I think that this is a perfect bike. Now, let's go over some of the lighting conditions or the lighting elements that I put in there. And in the description box below, I will leave links to all the equipment that I have. But I first want to address the flashing blue light issue. This video is designed for those of you who are in law enforcement. Yes. And this video is also designed for those of you who are in private security. In California, if you have a blue and red setup, just like this, oh, I hit the wrong button, it's the horn. If you have a blue and red setup just like this, and depending on the behavior, the demeanor of the security officer, you can give others the impression, the false impression that you are a peace officer. And that is a crime in the state of California. That's also a crime in other states. So some of the guys in the security are getting upset because I'm showing the blue and red lights. I saw that on the YouTube short that I uploaded. But guys, this is for law enforcement and security. For law enforcement and security. If this setup doesn't meet the legalities of your state or your jurisdiction, then don't put them on. Look for one that has maybe orange lights or maybe white lights. And maybe you could just create a white light setup just like this. Now, if there's a blue and a red light possibility on there, just keep in mind that if you run a security company, you own a security company, your security force, your guard force is going to end up using the red and blue lights. It's just a matter of time. But maybe you could find something similar. Now, in the description box below, I will leave links to any, maybe I'll find a counterpart of this that has amber lights, but I'll leave links in there. So the first light I want to go through is, geez, I keep pressing that button on accident, and it's very loud, guys. It's loud enough to get a lot of people's attention. So the first light I want to talk about is this is called a CATEYE AMPP900, and this is pretty bright. There's 3 light modes. That's the brightest. Jeez. And then you press it again. I'm sorry. There's a super bright mode and a less bright mode, and then a flashing light. Oh no, it's a little bit lower, and then flashing light. Reason why I selected the CATEYE lamps is because they have a track record with law enforcement stores, meaning that they often sell in bulk this to law enforcement bicycle shops. That's one of the reasons why I chose this, and I think this company has been out for the last 30 years. All I have to say is that there's great things about this lamp. Again, if you check out the description box below, I'll have a link. But I like how it's USB, I think it's USB-C chargeable. But it just works, and it's really bright. Yes, it's made in China, just like every other lamp out there, but this works great. Also on this, what I like is that when you're on the road, the peripherals right here, they do light up the sides of the road pretty significantly. And that's why I think it's very important to get a headlamp that is made for bicycle patrol or bicycle travels because of the peripheral lighting that comes out on the side. I also have an OLIGHT mount right here, and basically you can fit, I think it's like 1 or 1.5 inch flashlights. This is my backup plan, is just in case if this light goes out, then I'll probably use this, and then I'll get to this in a minute. But I also like this mount. This is like a just in case. It's kind of like your insurance. This is pretty unique here, but once again, if you're in, especially California, private security, you got to be really careful with using the red and blue lights. You can give someone the impression that you are law enforcement. So here's the different setups. First mode is just your regular light. And by the way, this is kind of like a setup that you would use if your main light goes out. Then I would go to this. And by the way, this is less than $20 on Amazon. Here's another mode. And here's another mode. Here's another mode. The flashing blues, flashing red. That's pretty neat. If you're in law enforcement and you're in some type of, I guess, a pursuit, chasing somebody, I think that this is bright enough to get everybody's attention. Could it be brighter? Yes. I also have, in addition to this is kind of like the setup that I have just in case if I have a little bit of time. If I have a couple of seconds to activate this one, I'll turn this one on as well. And unfortunately, it is only in red and blues. If I find a yellow one or amber color one, you'll see it in the description box below. But here's another mode. And this is pretty bright. Single bar. That's pretty neat. That's awesome. Okay, so going back to this light, this horn thing is pretty neat. Even if you don't go to the blue or reds, you can definitely get someone's attention at like maybe an intersection. If somebody's not paying attention to you, maybe they're changing lanes and they didn't see you. Like maybe it's a four-way intersection and they're cutting in front of you. Maybe just some way to get some people's attention. There's this mode here. And if you hold it down for, I think it's like 3 seconds, there's another siren mode. So that's pretty neat. Now, something I didn't mention at the beginning was that this right here, this comes with a rear light. This is not it. I took the other one off. The other one I think was bright, but what I like about this one here, this is a CATEYE Viz 450. It doesn't matter on what angle you're at, meaning that if you're directly to the rear of this bike or to the sides, you can see it. You can see it rather clearly. I mean, it's distinctive. So you can see it directly in the rear and then on the sides. So that's why I replaced it. But I do think the one that came with this did do the trick. But I just want to be extra safe. And actually, look, if you're in the front, I mean, depending on the angle, like, you're still going to see that. And I just think that this is so important to have that visibility from the rear. There's all kinds of different modes. I've used this on actual streets, busy streets, directly driving or traveling on the regular roadways, and I haven't gotten ran over in the last 2 weeks. So I don't know if that's a measure of success because I didn't get ran over, but I just want to say it is pretty bright. So that's my setup. That's my setup. If you guys have any questions, concerns, comments, or suggestions, let me know. Check out the description box if you guys want to purchase any of these lighting elements.